it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. This is one of my favorite videos to do each month, and this is my wish list for the month of April. Right now this year I am on a low buy. Basically, I'm not setting myself any parameters saying like you can buy this and you can't buy this. It's basically just like chill the fuck out, don't buy so much, calm down. So I like making these wish lists every month because it kind of helps me to sort through like, do I really need that? Of course you don't need any of this, but I still want some of it. So is it worth that extra splurge? What I also think is kind of funny about these lists is the fact that even if I say like, I'm going to buy this thing, it usually doesn't mean I'm going to buy that thing. For some reason, even when I have things on my wish list that I'm like, hell yes, I need that, a lot of times I don't buy it and I can talk myself out of it eventually, but then I will randomly be walking around Ulta and I'm like, oh, you know what? This glitter palette, I totally need that, even though I wear glitter like a couple times a month. This is super, super pretty though. Look at this, you guys, it's all glitter. If any of you guys would want a review / tutorial on this, comment down below and let me know because I really like it. First, I want to start with a brief update from last month's wish list. One thing that I said that I really wanted to try, even though it wasn't a new item, was the Pixie Glow Tonic. And so many of you guys commented and were like, look, if you get nothing else, you have to get the Glow Tonic. It's life-changing. You'll be rich and famous and gold will shoot out of your eyelids. And wow, you guys like really went in. One of my friends who is Shelley Saves the Day here on YouTube, I'm gonna leave a link to her channel down below. She is amazing and gives all sorts of like really helpful tech tips, things like that. Even if you're not a YouTuber, even if you just kind of want to up your Instagram game, you should check out her channel. Anyway, she was awesome and sent me 2 of these like little baby glow tonics that she had on the side. And I was so thankful because I have already finished one of the bottles and I'm addicted. This is amazing. You guys were right the whole time. Pixie Glow Tonic, I'm going to be a fan for life. I have noticed a considerable difference in my skin. It has definitely been one of the best things I've tried all year. So thank you, Shelley. Love you. Okay, let's get right into my list. I only have one super like, yes, I think I want this thing. So I'm gonna leave that till sort of the end, I think. Let's start off with the things that are kind of like a maybe for me. And then we'll go into the no, and then we'll go into the yes. That's a weird order, but let's just do it. As far as the first maybe, it is the Tarte Major Glow Body Oil. I have seen this everywhere. It seems like every YouTuber is suddenly talking about it, but it's a gorgeous body oil that just makes your skin glow without a ton of glitter. I find that most body oils that are glowy tend to make your body glittery, which, you know, I mean, that might have been cute when I was in my 20s, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit much for me now. So I like something that just makes my skin look dewy. Straight up oily is fine too. I'm down with oily skin. It is $52, which is the thing that's giving me the most pause because I know it's not something I would use every single day. It's just something I would probably use like when I go out for the summer or things like that. I'm not gonna probably use it in the dead of winter and come in looking like a bronzed goddess when it's snowing outside. Just not my vibe. So I'm probably gonna pass on that, but it is so beautiful. The next thing on my maybe list is the new Alomar Cosmetics blush trios. They look so beautiful. Kathleen Lights reviewed them on her channel and they look kind of like a subtle glowy blush, which is what I'm completely down for. I know there are a lot of people that can rock a really strong blush. I just don't feel like I'm one of them. I'm more in tune with a natural kind of flush, or even if it's not natural, just something light and glowy. Those look right up my alley. But the thing is, I've only heard one person review them so far. I wish there was a way I could like touch them and feel them and see what they're like before actually purchasing them. So they're a maybe. They're a pretty strong maybe, not gonna lie, but they're still on my maybe list. Another big one on my maybe list is the Sephora Festival Faves package. It's only 35 bucks and it comes with a bunch of samples. I love it when Sephora does things like that, but the problem for me is that usually most of the items in there are not cruelty free. So I wind up getting like maybe 3 great things and 7 things that I just pass on to friends and don't use. This one, the majority of it is cruelty free. So forgive me for looking at my phone, but in there you get Away Rose Hair and Body Oil, a Bumble and Bumble dry shampoo, which, you know, Bumble and Bumble is on the fence of whether or not they're cruelty free. You get a Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadow, which I love. You get a Verb Ghost Dry Oil Disco Edition, so it's a dry shampoo with some glitter in it. You get the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush Body Fragrance Mist, which I have been dying for because you know how much I love the scent of the Boom Boom Cream. You get another dry shampoo by IGK. You get a Milk Makeup Stick, which I love it. You get Super Goop Sunscreen, which is my sunscreen of choice, but it's a little baby one, so it would be great to throw in my bag to reapply throughout the day because I am admittedly not so good at reapplying throughout the day. I'm trying, we all have our faults, right? And then you get an Amika Volume Matte Texture Spray. But I love the fact that a bunch of those things in there are cruelty-free, so I could play with it. Again, that's a maybe because I can't use all of it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Why did I suddenly start talking like Grover? Another maybe is the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded Mother's Day Kit. This comes with the Naked Reloaded palette. It also comes with an eyeshadow primer and a mascara, and it is $74, excuse me. It looks like a fantastic gift. Now, I know that both my mother and my mother-in-law use makeup. I don't know if they would use this. And of course, you don't just have to buy this for Mother's Day because I'll admit I wouldn't be buying it for myself. I'd be buying it as a gift. The price seems about right and it looks really pimp. Like, how cool would it be to hand over that gift? Like, wouldn't you be excited to receive that? I don't know, I know I would. And I know I said in my last video that the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette was not something on my personal wish list. That's only because I have the original Naked palette, so I don't feel like this one really adds to my collection, but I feel like for someone that doesn't have a whole lot of makeup, that is a fantastic palette to start with, or just to play with. I mean, there's some good stuff in there. I'm still gonna stand by my opinion that the bright ass coral doesn't belong in there, but I mean, I don't know, you do with it what you will. Another one I'm torn on, and I'm super torn, is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I am gonna have to test this out for myself when I go to Sephora because I have heard such varying opinions on it. At first, I was super into the idea. I was like, yes, this is right up my alley. I am sold, I am done, take my money. But then I saw reviews that either said A, this is so hydrating, it makes my skin feel bouncy, it makes my skin feel beautiful, or B, it makes my skin feel sticky and gross and just like, ugh. So if it's gonna make me feel sticky, I'm not about that life. I am about that hydrated life though. So I will have to test it for myself. If it feels super hydrating, I'm probably going to buy that. Let's go on my no list, and let's start with the Urban Decay Game of Thrones collection. The entire collection. There is nothing about the collection that speaks to me. The eyeshadow palette is like all shimmer, save for a few matte shadows, and there's nothing about it that excites me. It just looks discombobulated and boring, and I understand that they separated it into the different like houses, excluding the White Walker palette, but it just doesn't appeal to me. The colors don't seem to even go with each other in each side, and I don't know, and it's huge bulky packaging that opens up into an iron throne, and I guess if you were gonna display that kind of thing, rad, but I don't display my makeup. I just use my makeup. I don't know, maybe it's because I don't have a whole lot of space in the room that I'm in, which is my makeup room, but it just, bulky packaging never speaks to me. You guys know that that's kind of my hill and I'm gonna die on it. The eyeliners look okay, but I don't see anything extraordinary about them where I need them. The brushes, okay, the brushes, you guys. Everyone's freaking the freak out about the brushes, but how do you store them? Like, do you store them so that they're sitting like on the brush end and you're crushing the bristles? Or do you store them on the sword end and then you're possibly damaging the sword part of it? Like, do you lay them flat? Are you supposed to put them in a velvet lined box and whenever you open it, it's like, ah! Like, I don't get it. The highlighting palette, it just looks like glitter. It looks like straight glitter, pink, but not just glitter, like pink and blue and green glitter, or pink and gold and green glitter, whatever it is. I understand that they're trying to be like the dragon's eggs and it's trying to be like Daenerys' dragon eggs, but I don't get it. It literally looks like something that would be in a Claire's makeup line. Sorry, not sorry. I'm just so not into anything in the collection. Plus, the whole collection is pretty damn expensive. Like, I wanna say the vault is $250, which doesn't seem that bad, but it just, it's all a big no for me. Another no, which I guess is a good thing that it's a no, would be the Melt Shape Shift Stack. These look pretty. It's for shadows that are like, you know, kind of darker undertones and things like that. Here's my thing. Melt's quality is amazing. I am not saying anything about the quality because I think that they're actually my favorite shadows on the market. But their stacks are so expensive for what they are. Yes, you get a lot of each shadow, but they're $48, so it's $12 an eyeshadow, and just, they're huge pans. You're never gonna use all that, so it just doesn't make sense for me. I only have one stack, and it's the Rust stack. The only reason I got that is because I knew that I loved every color in the stack, and also they were sort of neutral colors that I knew I would use often. These, I don't know. I just can't justify it, which is gonna be weird when you hear about something that's on my yes list. Another no for me would be the whole ColourPop neon line that they just came out with. It looks cool, but it just wouldn't get used in my house. I don't know. I don't use neons that often, and they look fun, but I can't see anybody using these often. Maybe if you wanted to get like one eyeliner, because the neon liners, like that yellow or that pink, they're really, really cool. But you're not gonna use them that often, are you? And if you are, that's rad. Maybe you cosplay as Cyndi Lauper every day, and if you do, tell me your secrets and let me just be friends with you, because I need to be friends with you. Another no for me is the Too Faced Natural Lust palette. It just looks like a lot. Whenever I see shadow palettes that have this many shadows in it and they're all really teeny, I always think of those Coastal Scents palettes that were so huge, maybe like 15 years ago, where each shadow was the size of a dime, and sometimes you would get it on eBay or things like that. Does anybody remember those? I mean, it just doesn't look good to me. It looks like a whole lot of shimmer. It looks like a lot of muted colors too. Like there's not a whole lot of like brights in there. It just, it doesn't do it for me. My last no would be the Tarte Icy Betch palette. Again, it's just, if you like blues, I imagine this palette is really up your alley. I know a lot of people are going crazy over the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette, and this one came out right at the same time. Shady, no? But a lot of people are really into it. That's cool. I've seen some really great looks created with it. Ashley Clady on YouTube created a look and it was badass. I just, yeah, no, I don't wear blue eyeshadow often enough to justify it. It's gorgeous. It would look beautiful as a piece, just kind of like sitting on your desk, but nope, 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 nope. Okay, let's jump into my yeses. Like I said, I only have two, and the first one is kind of weird because of what I said about the Melt Shapeshifter palette, but it is the Black Moon Cosmetics Black Metal palette. This one is $52 and it offers a bunch of shades that are also those kind of darkened shimmers, but it also offers a transformer shade, which is this light pink that you can either layer or you can use it as a highlight. I would probably use it as a highlight rather than to layer. I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry. Strike that, reverse it. I think I would layer it rather than using it as a highlight, because a bright pink highlight is a little much for me, but the shades in this are beautiful. They're sort of more reasonably sized for someone who has a collection the size that I do, because I know I'm not gonna use these colors every day. Now, it is more expensive than the Melt palette, so I again feel like I sort of want to play with this, and lucky for me, both my Ulta and the Riley Rose that are near me have Black Moon Cosmetics, so I'm hoping I'll get to play with it in person, because I really just want to see the quality of it before I buy it. But I know that Black Moon is a great brand. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is this something that you would get? Is this something you would use often? Like, comment down below and tell me. My last one is a definite yes. It is the only 100% yes on my list. You guys already probably know Jen Loves Reviews here on YouTube, and if you don't, I'm going to link her channel below, and she just released her first collab, and I am so proud of her. I feel like a little mama bird because I am so incredibly proud of her. If you didn't know, before Jen was here on YouTube, she used to be a teacher in a Baltimore school, and I also live in Baltimore City, so that is very near and dear to my heart. She was a teacher for special needs students, and she has formed a collab with Candles by Victoria, where I think it's 15% of the sales are, I'm sorry, 10% of the sales, excuse me, are going to the Baltimore Highlands School. And I just think that's so wonderful. Like, first of all, she chose an indie brand to collab with. An indie brand that's not even necessarily makeup. She chose these candles that look amazing. Like, they look like apple pie covered in ice cream and caramel, and like, ooh. They're in these cute little mugs, and they're reasonably priced to begin with. The massive candle is like 22 bucks, and apparently the smell carries throughout your whole house. So not only are you getting these cool looking candles that would make fantastic gifts, but you're also getting these candles that are made by an indie company, so you're supporting that. And then you're also supporting Jen, for who she does so much research on her channel that she deserves every bit of accolade, and guess what? Every bit of money that she gets to keep that channel going. And then another portion is going to a school that really deserves it in my community. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud. I'm planning on buying probably about 2 or 3 candles, and I want to like store some away for the holidays because I believe that you'll still be able to donate some money, or a portion of your proceeds will still be able to go to Jen and the school after May 1st, but for the most part, it is the month of April. I'm going to link her channel down below, but I'm also gonna put the link for Jen's candles down below. There were 2 candles that they came out with specifically for this collab, but for the most part, any candle you buy through this link that I will put down below, the money will go towards Jen and the school. So, I mean, I just think that's amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, one of my favorite things is when you comment down below and tell me what's on your wish list and also what's on your hell no list, because I feel like everyone is always excited to talk about what they want. What is not getting you that's getting everybody right now? Like the Game of Thrones collection? I mean, right? Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you like wish lists, things like that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and smash that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. You guys are super freaking rock stars. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.